Hey everyone, it's Olivia. It has been a really long time since I've posted a video. It's approaching a year. I remember the last video was before I left for Italy to get married, which was at the very beginning of September. So I'm sure my last video was in July or August of last year. So it's been a really long time. I'm really sorry that I have been so absent and MIA. I thank you all for, anytime I posted in the community tab, your response and saying, you're wondering where I am, hoping I'm okay. And yes, I'm okay. Just a lot of things have been happening in life which have made me not able to film or / not in the mood to film. And today I wasn't planning on filming. I just thought I would kind of do an impromptu video. So I have no notes. I didn't write a script. I honestly didn't even think about what this video was going to be about. I just sat down on the couch and was like, you're gonna film a video. I got the little bit of an urge, so I'm taking it and running with it before the urge goes away. So yeah, like I said, I don't know what this video is really gonna be about. I think it'll just kind of be a little bit of a life update video. Hopefully you guys aren't like repulsed by that idea. I don't know, because it's like this channel, I'm like, do people actually want to know about my life, or they just want to know about like autism stuff? So and I don't know, I feel weird talking about myself when it's not related to autism, because I feel like that's not why you guys are on this channel. So hopefully you guys don't hate this video, but I just thought I would give you a little life update regarding autism and regarding just my life in general. So, going back to last year, right before we left for Italy to get married, our little rescue dog Willow passed away very suddenly and in a very traumatic way. She had been diagnosed, she's a Shar-Pei, she was disabled, not that she knew she was disabled. She looked like a little T-Rex. She walked on her elbows like this. We had her for about 2.5 years, and she was really old for Shar-Pei. She was almost 10, and she had been diagnosed with heart failure. And so we knew she didn't have a lot of time left, but she had just been to the heart specialist vet literally not even a week before this happened, and they said, she's still doing well. She probably still has, at least 3 to 6 more months to live. So, we were obviously prepared that we didn't have a long time with her, but she still seemed to be doing so well. She still seemed like her normal self. And then unfortunately, even more unfortunately, it was Alex's birthday, and it was in the morning, and all of a sudden she had what we can only assume was a very large heart attack, and she died right there in the entryway of the house. Then came back to life because she was the most dramatic dog who required all attention on her. So we always say she had like the most Willow death you could have possibly imagined, because she came back alive twice, not once but twice, because she wasn't going without a fight. So, and she did it on Alex's birthday. So, it's like, oh, you thought you were just gonna have a nice birthday? Well, now I died on your birthday. So now you will never, ever, 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 ever forget me anytime you have a birthday, which is yearly, obviously. So, obviously that was, really traumatic, really hard. So obviously it ruined Alex's birthday, and we were leaving to go to Italy to get married in 3 days after that. So it was a really just like crazy time. Obviously we got to Italy. Not only did we have to do the finishing touches on wedding planning, but we were also moving into Alex and I's new apartment over there. We got ourselves our own apartment over there in the little town that I partially grew up in. So we had to get that ready because it comes completely empty, as a lot of apartments do in Europe. If they're not furnished, you know, they don't even have a kitchen, so we had to put a kitchen in, we had to get all of the furniture, so it was just a lot of stuff all the while putting the finishing touches on our wedding and finalizing details, and then, you know, our guests arriving and you know, entertaining them for the week leading up to the wedding, and then the wedding, and then we both got really sick right after the wedding, but then we went on our honeymoon anyways, because we had it planned, which was amazing. It was amazing time. The wedding was as perfect could be, as perfect as it could be. You know, it far exceeded my expectations. It was just a truly wonderful day with my closest, or our closest family and friends, and the honeymoon was great despite us being kind of sick. We went to Abu Dhabi, and it was amazing, and we then ended up staying in Italy for another like 2 months. So or a month and a half. We were there for 2 months total. And it was so nice. It was so amazing. You know, if we could move there full time, we would. And, you know, I always say, I think I said this in another video, like, Italy cures my autism. Obviously, it doesn't cure my autism. Autism is not curable, nor does it need to be cured, but it really helps my symptoms or my traits of autism be less while I'm there. So I really love being there. And, you know, it was just a nice time to be by ourselves, me and Alex, because, you know, here in the States, we live with my family. So it was just a good time. And now I'm rambling. I'm sure you guys didn't miss my rambling. But anyway, so we got back, and when we got back, I went through a really rough time. So anyway, so I didn't film obviously while I was gone because we were just too busy and overwhelmed, and I just kind of wanted to relax from being so busy and overwhelmed. And then we got back, and I decided I wanted to go off of my medication. I take 3 medications, one for depression, one for anxiety, and one to help me sleep, and they all go hand in hand together. And I decided I was really tired of taking them. I was tired of the side effects because it gives me really bad side effects, and they just seem to be getting worse and worse. And I thought I was at a place in my life where I wanted to try to wean myself off of them and go off of them in a safe manner. Because I'd been on them, you know, for almost 10 years, and I didn't know what it was like being an adult off of the medication. I didn't know what it was like being off the medication as a diagnosed autistic person. I didn't know what it was like being off the medication with such a great support system in Alex. And so I thought I was in a good enough place to try to go off them. It did not go well. It went really badly. I mean, horrendously. And I won't get into details. I can get into details in another video if you so want, so let me know in the comments below if you would want details on that. But it just went really badly, and so I was in a very bad mental state for a few months, basically like December through like February. And so that's why I wasn't filming then, because I couldn't even get out of bed or do basic tasks. And then I decided to start another business because why not? But because, you know, I had been retired since selling my cookie dough business, 2 years ago in May. I can't believe it's been that long already. And so I'd been retired and just enjoying my off time and planning our wedding. But I knew I needed to start making more money again, and I was bored and I needed something to do. And so I decided to open a bridal shop, which we are actually in today, which is the new background. It's called Bliss and Bridal. It's out of my house. I convinced my parents to let me turn the living room of our house. We have a really ginormous house that my parents bought in the 90s for, you know, dirt cheap. We always like to say we could not afford our house today at all. But anyways, this room was the like formal living room, which are very obsolete these days. And the room was literally used once a year to open presents on Christmas morning. That is it. It was a giant waste of space, even though it's one of the most beautiful rooms in the house because it's covered with windows. It's very light, has a beautiful view. And so I had started thinking about starting this bridal shop business because of my own wedding dress shopping journey. I, you know, am very indecisive, which I think a lot of autistic people are, and I couldn't find what I wanted in a store. I found bits and pieces of my dream dress, but they weren't all on the same dress. And so I decided I was too anal and needed to get a custom dress made. And I was able to find this designer. There are two women, they're sisters out of the Ukraine who make wedding dresses. They have their own small business. And so I, as my own small business, started partnering with them. And so they make all of my beautiful gowns. They're so incredibly made. The fabric is incredible. You know, it's from Italy. It's so beautiful and incredible. And it's so affordable because all these bridal shops I was noticing is like the prices are crazy, and then you need a bunch of alterations afterwards because I'm like a total conspiracy theorist that they order your dress in not the correct size so that you have to get alterations because they make money off of the alterations. And so I just wanted to do a shop that was different. I wanted to do a shop where all of the dresses are completely customizable, which is kind of funny because my cookie dough business, everything was customizable too. So I like customizability, I guess. But so all of the dresses of theirs are completely customizable, or we can do fully custom dresses, and they're all extremely affordable. You know, we range, our dresses start at just $5.99 and go up to $24.99, but the majority of them are under $1,500 for really high quality dresses. Like, I hate to brag, you guys know that about me. I absolutely hate like cocky, like braggy type people. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, but I will brag about the quality of these dresses because I really truly believe in them. But anyways, so I had that idea, and of course I waste no time. When I get an idea in my head, I'm doing it. Nobody is stopping me. Nothing is stopping me. And so in a couple of months I managed to open this shop, and I completely redid the living room, ordered all my dresses, the accessories, everything, and I launched Bliss and Bridal in the middle of February. Was like the soft opening. Now we're here in the middle of June, so I've been open for about 4 months now, and I've had so many brides already. It's going better than I ever could have imagined, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's definitely much more mentally exhausting than not even that like I realized, because I should have realized it, and I would have realized it if I had thought about it, but just I didn't think about it. But interacting with people for appointments is something that I'm not used to, nor am I super good at as an autistic person, because there's a lot of small talk involved, and so it's a very exhausting thing for my autistic brain. And so, you know, it's been a learning curve and a learning experience, but I love learning. So, you know, I've learned that, you know, the weekends are the busy days where most brides come in to try on dresses. So I take Monday and Tuesday off and basically sleep all Monday and Tuesday to let my brain recharge. And so yeah, just little things like that I've managed to figure out to help me cope with, you know, having to deal with people. I went from a job where I dealt with nobody, because I was just back in my little kitchen, you know, working by myself, making cookie dough, to now where I'm contacting and talking with a lot of people. But all of the brides that I've had come in have been so nice and so amazing, and I feel so blessed to help these brides who are kind of in my same shoes, you know, where they couldn't find their dream dress, or they didn't have a huge budget and didn't want to spend, you know, thousands upon thousands of dollars. And, you know, basically my main goal for Bliss and Bridal was to help every single bride get their dream dress regardless of their budget, because I don't think it should be, you know, I don't think whether you get your dream wedding dress or not should be based on how much money you have. So, anyways, that's kind of another reason I wasn't filming, because I was really busy trying to open the shop and recovering from going back on my medicine, and then being busy with my shop. So anyways, here we are, almost a year later in life. Everything is going mostly well. I mean, they're going really well for me and Alex personally. I've been having a lot of family issues, unfortunately, and so life has been slightly stressful in that sense, which I do want to do a video on that and being the family scapegoat. So that's a topic I want to touch on. And I maybe want to start or do a video based on, you know, starting a new business as an autistic person and, you know, how it's affected me mentally and how I've had to deal with that. So I definitely have videos in mind that I'd like to do. When I will get to them, I'm not sure. I can't make any promises, but I just wanted to film this. And another reason actually that I haven't been filming too is that I don't ever have any alone time now because my sister moved back into the house, which has been part of the issues that I've been having family-wise, and everybody works from home, and so I'm never alone, and I don't want to film when other people are in the house. I know that's kind of weird, but I just like, I don't know, I want to be alone when I'm doing that. So I'm literally alone right now for like 1 hour, and so I was like, I'm gonna film this really fast, and my camera was dead, so I like plugged it in and tried to charge it up. Like it has like one bar of battery, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to do this video as fast as I can. Yeah, so here we are. Sorry for babbling, and again, this video is not like a specific topic, let alone a specific autism topic. I just thought I'd give you a little insight into what my life has looked like in the past year. Again, not sure you guys care about that or not, so if you don't, I apologize. Just don't watch this video. I hope you guys are all doing well and are having a good 2024. I can't believe it's already half over. Like, that is insane to me. But yeah, I just wanted to just at least check in and hopefully have more time, alone time, to do videos in the near future. So I think we will. So you know, I'll just keep my camera charged up, and anytime I somehow have an alone time, I'll get to filming. But anyways, guys, I apologize for really being MIA, and I appreciate you know, those of you who have reached out, and those of you who haven't also, but have, you know, stuck around the channel and maybe are still watching or still subscribed. And yeah, so anyway, so let me know in the comments below if, you know, any of the videos that I said are interesting you. So like being the family scapegoat, maybe just like how autism affects a family, starting a business as an autistic person, going off my medication. If any of those interest you, or you have a new topic you'd like me to maybe try to talk about, let me know below. And I hope you guys have a wonderful summer ahead. And I do promise, I can't promise a day or a week or a month that I will get this out, but I do promise you it will not take me a year. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless, and I promise I will see you sooner than a year, and hopefully much sooner. Okay, guys, have a good one. I'll see you soon. Bye.